All right, let's talk about something you're doing right this second. Breathing. You do it, what, like 20,000 times a day? And you probably never even think about it. But have you ever actually stopped to wonder what's going on inside your body with every breath? It's this incredible automatic process, and today we're going to unpack exactly how it all works.
Seriously, go ahead and try it right now. Take a big, deep breath in and let it out. You feel that? That one simple action just kicked off this perfectly timed chain reaction inside your chest. So in this explainer, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of what just happened.
Okay, so first things first. You might think breathing is just passive, right? Like it just happens on its own. But no way. It's actually a really active process. It's run by this whole team of muscles working together. Think of it like a crew putting in some serious work with every single breath you take. So let's meet the star players on this breathing team.
All right, the MVP, the main muscle of this whole operation, is the diaphragm. I want you to picture a big parachute-shaped sheet of muscle just hanging out at the base of your chest, right under your lungs. When it contracts, it pulls down and gets flat. And when it relaxes, whoop, it domes right back up. That simple up and down movement, that's the main engine driving your breath.
But you know, the diaphragm isn't a solo act. It's got a super important support team, and they're called the intercostal muscles. These are the little muscles tucked in between each one of your ribs. Their whole job is to help out by lifting your rib cage up and out and then letting it fall back down and in. It's like this perfectly choreographed dance with the diaphragm.
Okay, so we've met our team of muscles. But how does all this contracting and relaxing actually pull air into your lungs and push it out? Well, it's not magic. It's straight-up physics. And it all boils down to one simple fundamental rule.
And here it is, the golden rule of breathing. It's super simple. Air always moves from an area of high pressure to an area of low pressure. Always. Think about it like water flowing downhill. It's just following the path of least resistance. And your body, it is an absolute master at creating these pressure differences. So really, you can just think of your breathing muscles as these incredible, natural, pressure-changing machines.
All right, let's put all the pieces together. We're going to walk through step by step what happens when you breathe in. The technical term for it, by the way, is inspiration. It's this super precise chain reaction, and it all kicks off with just a single signal from your brain.
Okay, so here's what happens. First, your brain gives the signal, and boom, your diaphragm and intercostal muscles contract. That action does two things at once. The diaphragm flattens out, and your rib cage gets pulled up and out. So what does that do? Well, you've just made the space inside your chest cavity, way bigger. Now, Physics 101. When you increase the volume of a container, the pressure inside drops. And that's exactly what happens in your lungs. The pressure inside plummets, making it lower than the air pressure outside your body. And remember our golden rule? That higher pressure air outside has literally nowhere else to go but to rush right in to fill that new low pressure space. And just like that, you've taken a breath in. Okay, so what goes in has to come out, right? So now let's talk about breathing out, or expiration, as it's technically called. The beautiful thing about this is that it's basically the exact reverse of what we just saw, and for the most part, it's all about just relaxing.
See, this is the cool part. Unlike breathing in, which is an active contraction, breathing out is mostly passive. That's why it feels so effortless. All that happens is those muscles, they just relax. The diaphragm domes back up, the rib cage settles down and in. So what does this do? It shrinks the space in your chest. The volume goes down, which means the pressure inside your lungs goes way up, higher than the air pressure outside. And the result is totally predictable, right? That air, now full of carbon dioxide, gets pushed right back out. It's the perfect, simple reverse of breathing in. Active in, passive out.
So hang on a second. If breathing is all powered by muscles, that leads to a pretty interesting question, doesn't it? Can you actually train them? And the answer is a huge, resounding yes. When you exercise consistently, you're having a massive long-term effect on your entire breathing system. Think about it. When you work out, you're breathing harder, faster, deeper. You're giving your breathing muscles a real workout. And over time, just like lifting weights makes your biceps stronger, all that heavy breathing strengthens your diaphragm and your intercostal muscles. They adapt. They get stronger. This means they can contract with more force, pulling that rib cage out even further and flattening that diaphragm even more. The result? You can create an even bigger space in your chest with every single breath.
So what's the big payoff here? It's simple. A bigger chest cavity means more room for air. More air means more oxygen with every single breath you take. Now that's great for anybody, right? But if you're an athlete, this is an absolute game changer. It's what allows you to push harder, go faster, and last longer. Stronger breathing muscles literally fuel better performance. It's that direct.
So isn't that fascinating? We've just walked through how this completely automatic, unconscious process is powered by a set of muscles that you can consciously train and make stronger. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other automatic systems are humming along inside your body right now that you could actually be training and improving? Definitely something to think about on your next run or your next walk or even just your next deep breath.